that.
Yeah.
Junior and all those guys.
Yeah.
So, what do you think separates our organization from all the others? What do you think that we do that differs from everybody else?
Number one, I think you folks are open-minded. You're willing to accept the fact that there's more different styles that you can learn from. Yet you can observe and bring it in, and when you train, you're able to share one another. Not to say, oh, this person is stronger than this or what. There's no room for that. The Romans, the key is being willing to share. Not the whole wisdom of what you've observed, but that's impossible at times, But the word is be open-minded. I think one of the sicknesses is criticism. That I hope that our organization tends to burn or do away, or there's no room for that, And again, going to the very core of our organization, we're treated all of our. Oh, good morning.
Oh, we could always edit stuff out. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How
Are you losing weight? You look great.
Oh, thank you. I don't think so. Maybe a few pounds.
Let's build the Tai Chi classes.
I know. I just came back from Tai Chi. I'm doing Tai Chi now.
Good.
Nice to see you.
All right.
Good taping.
God bless.
Bye.
What part of Tung Soo do you fall in love with first? The forms? Or is it just the sheer technique? Or I don't.
Because I've been exposed to many Tung Soo forms, I can't say that the styles, because each Tung Soo Do instructor add or modify or change certain things that they feel is correct. And I think that the reason why the reason why they feel that way is because they're trying to show that their forms or continue to bloom, you know, to flourish like a flower. You know? Yeah. And that they're trying to share their gift. You know. Yeah.
Did you? What got you interested in it first? Is it just you just happened to be in Korea and you always have an interest in the martial arts? Or?
No, see, my brother, Marshall, took judo when he was in the Air Force in England, and he enjoyed it, and he told me that to see if you can find a judo here in Korea, and I had the best. One of the best judo master. That was Master O. Yeah. In fact, he won. I think he won the international judo competition years, and then he was 5'10", but he was like a door. You couldn't move him. God, he was strong, and I kind of step away from him because he breathed, eat, and sleep on weights. That's all he believes, weights, man. Yeah. Power. Yeah. He had the technique, but that power kind of blended in with him, you know.
So you just kind of fell in the Tang Soo Do then?
Yeah. Now, the difference that I find between Taekwondo and Tang Soo Do was when because let's see, Kim Kwang Lee, he was the first one during the 1944, 43, 44, 45. He trained under Funakoshi. And then from there, Master Hongi kind of merged with him and learned that technique. And then he came out and said, "Oh, we're going to change certain things, you know." Yeah. And he I guess he kind of favored the Chinese, you know, Chinese the stand. But that's my understanding.
So when did you realize Tang Soo Do was for life for you? When you first started taking it, or when you came back?
It was a searching. I was trying to search. Yeah. And to this day, I have not fulfilled my search yet.
I don't know, I think we've got.
Well, let me think.
I know we could talk about some of your journeys too.
I don't think we can. So, kind of like this will be in closing, but what advice could you give, or what advice do you think is important for new black belts and new instructors to follow?
At what point do we give them the black belt manual?
When they get their first
They
done.
get the first
Okay.
done.
Okay.
Some have student gun manuals.
Okay. Okay. I guess you folks, you masters, already has, or blessed by the way you digest and see how student perform Tansudo. Okay. Let your senses, your five senses, be the judge on what each student has quality that can offer to the organization. That's a key thing. You masters, you'll run out. It'll drain you when you too much giving. You know, when it should be the other way. You know, and every so often, just go over to the student. You know. And say some inspiration things that will light them up, like a match, you know, light them up like a match, and that's all they need, you know.
Don't light them up like you used to do us a long time ago with the stick.
No, that was bonfire. To wake you guys up because you guys sleep too much.
That was the encouragement.
But you folks have the gift of recognizing and when to raise the level of train up or smooth it off, you know. But yeah. Every so often I'd use the word, you know, sharpen your technique. You know, the blade is dull, sharpen it up. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, masters, we're all human, but sometimes there's certain derogatory remarks that hurts when you hear from a master, you know, say something, and right away try to excuse yourself and you know, but again, don't drop your guard. What I'm saying, you know, yeah, and keep reminding them when we put uniform, there's only one person runs that. You know, Calhoun was the first one that came up to me and said, you know, Mr. Estioko, you're the first one kind of demoralize my philosophy. I said, well, what are you talking about? He says, when you came over after a workout, you know, everybody was there, and you said, everybody's equal. He lost his power already. No, the power no longer. I said, it's only here. Here is where the power is. Power. Yeah. Henry always said, Cal, we're equal now. You remember Tang Soo, we're equal? Oh, you see it all the time. Even Tang Soo too. I can see it in oh God. That's right. That's Master Kim Sung-gi. He's always neutral. Very neutral. Yeah, very neutral.
Yeah, I didn't know he was the sergeant. Kind of brought you in, and then how that came about. Because I remember you told us that you were watching him get turned away, and then
Now before that, I was told, get out of there, get away from other officers, says get away, because they knew that we weren't supposed to interact or socialize with the Korean soldiers.
mm-hmm. So it was Grandmaster Kim that came up to you then, and you just kind of ran into him.
No, we just ran
into each other.
Yeah, he's got a big heart. It was funny, these are lieutenants, captains. Treat them on a workout, treat them students, man. Afterwards, yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Good here. I know there's a whole bunch of other stories. So,
yeah. I think this would be good for chapter 1.
Yeah. So, when you're in Korea, you got your black belt. You stay there and still visited different villages, or you just?
I used to go to Seoul, train in Seoul.
Just training strictly in Seoul, and it was the other masters that took you to the other villages then.
No, it was Osei Jun took me to after the workout. He took me to these happy nights. That guy was a rascal. Now if I remember, it was 5 people. Textile, one handled textile, one was a politician, one was a banker, and one handled prostitution and gambling. You know who was that? When he talked to you, it's just like a PA system. I mean, it echoes.
Mm-hmm.
They used to say he's a tiger. You can growl at you. Yeah.
And no one ever knew what happened to him. He's just
He
disappeared
went up in
in
the
the mountains.
mountains. Yeah.
Interesting. Did you ever ask Grandmaster Kim Song-gi if he ever
He
keeps in
told me-
contact with him?
He told me that he was up. Said something about peace. Osei-jun. Osei-jun was never close to Grandmaster Huang-yi. The story was Grandmaster Huang-yi came to his dojan. And you know how they talk, real. Like they're cussing each other, And I think Osei-jun said something and the master didn't appreciate being, addressed that way. So he slapped Osei-jun and Osei-jun spit it down his tongue. That's all I thought about.
So he was an Andrea cuss, huh?
Oh, he was armed. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Jeju Kim, he recognized because that he was a fighter. When they do Chiyo Deyon. Oh yeah. And he was my height. It's a thing when you chill it down, he says, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
What's that remind me of?
Yeah.
Well, good. I think that'll be good for right now.